Welcome to this message from the mountain, coming to you from the foothills of the White Mountains here in New Hampshire. Today's podcast is titled Promises, Promises. I was thinking about guarantees and promises. And of course, this time of year, with all the merchandise that people have bought for the gifts or for themselves, they have guarantees. And the guarantees may or may not be exactly what we think they are. And promises made, promises kept, promises broken. Just the thought of the promise of good weather, and we've been getting that promise that it would happen, and now it's happening for a few days. So sometimes those promises come through exactly the way it's been meant, and sometimes they don't. I find that now is the main thing. What we're doing when we say we're going to do something at that moment, and we tell ourselves that's going to happen, or we tell other people that we promise, then at that moment we have made that commitment. Now it's our intention. Are we going to honor it as it goes forward? And setting our intentions is something that we almost promise ourselves that we will give ourselves a chance to achieve. And so therefore, it's something that we deal with inside. So we can promise to others and we can promise to ourselves. But it's the willingness to look at the power of the moment and then look at what was given as a promise and see how it's going to fit now. Because life changes, things change, and sometimes we promise that we're going to do something someday. And as long as we focus on someday, that someday never happens. Yes, I am going to lose weight someday, or whatever is the statement one makes themselves, and therefore someday keeps getting pushed further and further away. So the promise of the mind, the promise of intentions that one comes to oneself is setting that at the moment and then focusing on the betterment of following that. How is it going to do for others? How is it going to do for yourself? And how is doing it for yourself going to help others? Many ways to think about promises in life. And the weatherman did say that it was going to get better weather, and it sure is for a few days. That's wonderful. My name is Michael Hathaway, and this is Message from the Mountain. It is my prayer these words are right and good for you whenever you hear them. Thank you so much for listening.